The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give here to Pollard. Pollard now a 1st down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way, because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, it's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners, because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, two of the best rivalries in the NFL.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Out of the shotgun, Haskins going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
49ers,
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Runs through the contact. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Mostert. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That throw's not going to get him a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Rosen. That's swung out to Mostert. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On play action, Rosen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, it's Pollard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
On second down, Mostert. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 33. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now, this may be a free play here for Rosen. He'll buy some time right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 2nd and 16. Rosen will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he will find his man, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Rosen's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rosen off the play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's keep those sticks moving, boys. Mike 5. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 5.
From the 16, Rosen. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And it's caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break.
They'll roll him out right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Rosen's throw taken in by Samuel.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Mike 4. Check, 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 check. Mike 4.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Pollard. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll come out in the pistol. Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check, check. Watch me before. I'm coming.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Third and long here for Rosen. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. Now a hit and a loose football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down now, Pollard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run left with Pollard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 74 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Rosen.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Here's Pollard again. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. So they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rosen's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quran Williams. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home now.